the hills. I gotta tell you something you don't want to hear. I'm gonna show you where it's dark, but have no fear.
There's something inside you. It's hard to explain. They're talking about you, boy, but you're still the same. There's something inside you. It's hard to explain. They're talking about you, boy, but you're still
All right, hello and welcome to the season 9 of All right, fix that mic trouble. Hello and welcome to the AD2L season 9 North American Heroic Bracket match between Team Resilience and 4 Techies players and a tryhard. Here we are straight into the draft. The game is a little late. We had to wait for one of the players to join up. Not a problem though. We're only a little bit behind. Shouldn't be a problem. This is NewMetaMedia broadcasting this tournament. I am your host, 71, and I will be soloing this game all by my lonesome. So it should be a lot of fun. Just me and the viewers having a good time. So let's jump right into this draft. First ban for we're gonna call him FTT. We're going to call him FTT and TR. So it looks like FTT is dropping off the Queen of Pain and Night Stalker, while TR is dropping off the Doom and the Clock. So what does that say about this? Well, TR grabbing up the Winter Wyvern and the Darkseer right off the bat, along with FTT grabbing the Ancient Apparition and the Witch Doctor. So it looks like Darkseer and Witch Doctor, to me, actually, also AA and Winter Wyvern, are doing kind of the same plan in a way with the dominating team fights. Darkseer with the wall, the vacuum combo into the Winter's Curse. Yes, Winter's Curse. Does dominate the team fight AoE a little bit. Along with Witch Doctor and his ultimate with AA and his ultimate. Both setting up a big area of the team fight that they're controlling. And I could see why Team Resilience would ban the Doom and the Clockwork as with this strategy, and the FTT 4 Techies and a tryhard getting rid of the Queen of Pain and the Night Stalker. It seems like these guys are going very team fight heavy, ready to do a lot of skirmishes probably as soon as we get some big ultimates up. All 4 of these heroes right now have big ultimates that come online. You know, right at 6, you want to go do something with it immediately. You don't want to save it and hold on to it or anything. Now we've got looks like some
Dire team are now picking.
Interesting ban of the Rubik. I guess they don't want their spells stolen, obviously, and they do not want that ultimate by the Witch Doctor to be ruined by the Levitate quite so easily. Alchemist making its way all the way to 4th round ban, which is very interesting, as he can be a dominating hero with his greed. It's just, you feel like you keep him down, and that Grievel's greed he's back at the top of the net worth charts, and it's absurd.
Reserve time.
FTT really thinking about what they want to do with this here. This could be a strong offlaner. They could get their mid now. I don't know if you want to reveal the mid just this early, as Team Resilience has only revealed an offlaner and a Winter Wyvern. There it is. There's an Undying. Probably going to go to the offlane. They could go for a hard aggro try. That would be really interesting. Undying is wonderful in those scenarios, and Witch Doctor just as good.
Make up your mind.
Just as good in the offlane with their range and damage. The Chilling Touch, Chilling Touch can give a lot of damage to Undying and Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor, one of the early offlane aggressors, in my opinion. His attack animation is fantastic. He does a fair amount of damage for a support early on in the game. I think that that little menage a trois in the offlane could go quite well. No major strategies shown yet with the draft. I mean, big heavy team fight, Darkseer, Winter Wyvern, all of the above heroes right now can really do some. And speaking of big heavy team fight, there's another AoE team fight character, Gyrocopter, senile old man in a flying machine. We'll see what they do with this. Team Resilience probably going to have Gyrocopter, you know, getting that wombo combo with Winter Wyvern. You know, Winter's Curse into Gyrocopter's ultimate, the call down. So that's a big AoE
Only
that is
10
going to
seconds.
have the whole team focusing one hero, and then the call down comes down and just hits
5
everyone.
seconds remain.
I believe Winter's Curse has a 2 to 3 second duration. Yeah, so 2.5 to 3.5 at
Reserve time.
max level. And the call down should be able to hit all of them if he positions it right. So it all depends on the execution of that. Both teams kind of relying a little bit on the wombo combo of the team fight AoE. And there's another one, Shadow
Radiant
Fiend.
team
So
now picking.
it would not surprise me one bit if he went for a Shadow Blade and went to do that initiation on the team fights. But one good way to counter that is definitely Sentry Wards or Gem or some kind of vision, some kind of detection, early warning signs. So we'll see. See what they decide to do. Not a whole lot of tank on either team. I mean, Darkseer a little bit, Gyrocopter a little bit, but nothing.
10
Nobody
seconds to
heavy
pick.
yet. Nobody heavy yet. I'm curious.
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry. Reserve time.
We'll see who Team Resilience picks up in this this next grab. Could be mid. Gyro could go mid. I mean, that's a legitimate thing. I don't know. He can't really get quite the CS that Shadow Fiend can in the mid lane. Good counters to Shadow Fiend, I believe, are Bloodseeker. Yeah, I'm not the best mid player myself, so not sure. Let's see. Shadow Fiend, not Sniper. Ember a little bit. These raises magical. I don't think. Yeah, they are. So I mean, you could send an Ember mid, and he could try to out CS the Shadow Fiend. Not super easy, but at least his Flame Guard would give him a little bit of protection from that. Veno's off the table. Night Stalker Queen also off the table. I don't know. I
Tinker.
guess they would. Oh, there's Tinker. I guess they'll just play to their
Dire's
strengths. They
back.
must have a good Tinker player on their team. So that's interesting because Tinker, I mean, he can fulfill a lot of roles. He can kind of go that E-Blade Dagon, be a part of that team fight, or he can kind of go split push if Team Resilience is
10
confident
seconds
in
to
their
pick.
four-man team fight. If they're okay with going 4v5, then
Radiant's back.
the Tinker playing on Resilience
One
can
of us has
just
become
scoot
too
around, keep the lanes
intimidated by
pushed
the
in.
sheer power
Can't really
of
take the towers
electronic
quite as fast as
sports to
another pusher,
continue playing.
but can be really strong with that March of the Machines. Banning out the Dazzle and the Broodmother.
Dire team are now picking.
Yeah, I could see 4 Techies in a tryhard grabbing up
Well,
that
look
Broodmother
who's
and
come
sending
crawling
AA
back.
Witch Doctor and Undying in the off lane, going aggro off lane, and then send the Broodmother into the safe lane to just get all the farm she could ever want, rotate into the jungle, get more farm, just do basically whatever she wants in that situation. But I don't know if that was actually the plan. They seem to be taking a little bit
Only
of time,
10
but
seconds.
that's a pretty off the wall plan. The Resilience could
5
know of a
seconds
player on
remain.
FTT who plays Broodmother.
Reserve
In the
time.
spirit.
So there's that Ember Spirit.
Radiant team.
I was
pick.
talking about that for Team Resilience though, so we'll see what happens there. Not really the tanky hero we were looking for, but Flame Guard does give him a little bit of bulk. He can zip around and be really obnoxious, so you can replace tank with mobility. So that's understandable. Not a whole,
Only 10 seconds.
kind of lockdown on a Resilience. I mean, you've got Vacuum, and you've got Curses
5
from Winter
seconds.
Wyvern,
Hurry,
but
hurry.
I mean, no super reliable stuns, as I would say,
Reserve time.
in my humble opinion.
Dusk.
All right, Tusk coming out. Everybody in the snowball. All right, and the game will be up.
GLHF-L2P.
Let's turn off this awesome production value and then get into the game.
3DPD.
Oh, that looks like garbage. Let's turn that off, huh? We'll just use my overlay.
Thanks.
Quick TP of Outsider playing AA down into the Radiant jungle. Looks like he wants to get some vision out. Gyrocopter might see this coming. Let's see if he stays. He might have seen him. We'll see. Probably didn't. All right, well, let's do a little bit of introduction before we get the fighting at the bounty rune. We have stand-in How Cat If Dog on the Shadow Fiend. We have Prison Mike on the Undying Zombie Summoning Monster. We have 4TT Outsider 452 on the Ancient Apparition. We have Laterel on the Witch Doctor. And Booster Justice on the Ember Spirit. That is for 4 Techies and a Tryhard. Looks like there will be a little bit of trading down here at the bottom burn. Tusk goes into his snowball. He wants to get a secure that lockdown on the How Can He Eat Dog. Oh gosh, you guys are killing me with your names. Brance is coming in for a little attack. Does he have an Orb of Venom? I don't think he does. Missile Barrage does hit through the trees, and he is able to pick up a First Blood. That's very strong for... Oh, it's Tusk, not Gyrocopter. That is still very strong for anyone who gets the First Blood. So that's the intro for 4 Techies and a Tryhard. Now we'll move on to Team Resilience. We've got King MC, who I believe is the captain on the Gyrocopter going safe lane. We have Brance on the Tusk, who may be supporting down here or transitioning to top. We'll see. And then Samurai Sosa on the Mommy Popsicle Dragon, Winter Wyvern, keeping an eye on everything down here to keep everyone safe and healed up. Resilient Suicide Squad on the Tinker. He's going to be summoning all his magical machines. Oh, am I bugged? Yes, I'm bugged. It's fine. And then we have Doge Much Wow on the Darkseer up top, being a purple pointy-headed fellow. And it looks like 4TT has already pulled, or it's possible that Doge pulled. Not sure. This is a bit of a weird way for this to go without dealing with this. It's very odd, but. You know, what are you going to do? Can't CSI that stuff too well. And it looks like it's Brance's job to zone out Prison Mike. Brance with no sustain, just Blades of Attack and Boots of Speed. He wants to just trade hits with Prison Mike. I don't know if that's going to work too well with a level in Decay. Decay is going to be reducing Brance's strength a lot. Meanwhile, up top, Outsider snuck around the trees and he's going on Doge. Doge uses his Surge. He's running away as fast as possible. Oh, and he gets out with under 50 health. Much wow, sir. Much wow. And we lose. And unfortunately, we lose How Cat If Dog on the Shadow Fiend mid. Looks like we got a kill from the Tinker on him. That's unfortunate. Tinker could skyrocket out of control if How Shadow Fiend if he can't get his souls. So that's a problem. And now we've got a haste on Outsider, who is sniping the Courier mid. Ooh, nothing on the Courier, but Tusk is here to respond with a snowball, and he picks up the side kill. Courier for AA, not a bad trade at all. King MC down here just picking up as best a farm as he can. Doesn't have any strengths. Oh, just 1. 4 strength, 8 strength stolen. Not so bad on an agility hero, but still a pain in the butt. Suicide Squad. It's got Brance here to support him. They could go in for another kill. It looks like they are. They're going to burst him down with the missiles and the laser if he can get them off. That's a dead Shadow Fiend. He cannot stay here any longer. He needs to go somewhere else. This is I don't want to sound negative, but this is a lost lane for him, honestly. He is 0-0, and that is just too bad. That's a sad lane. Hopefully, he finds his way out of there. I want to see him. I want to see him recover just for the sake of a good game. And it looks like Team Resilience has left King MC to himself. They're not too afraid of the Undying. They're more interested in roaming a little bit. Keeping the Shadow Fiend down is the highest priority, it seems. We've got Brance and Samurai hanging out in the fountain. I think they're thinking about what they want to do next. Brance, with those early kills and assists, already has his phase boots and a Smoke of Deceit. 2-0-0 Tusk already at 4 minutes in. That's just fine for him. Tinker picking up a regeneration rune. Strong rune for himself. Outsider throwing down some vision. Probably spotting out the Tusk. Tusk wants to go on the Shadow Fiend, but they see him, so they're going to play a little bit more defensive. A defensive tombstone from the Undying to deal with the Gyrocopter, but nothing really comes of it. They can just kind of outzone it. And the snowball back in, right over the tombstone, wants to hit the Undying all day. Gyrocopter auto-attacking Rocket Barrage, getting blocked by the zombies, and that's another death for the Undying. Or his first, excuse me. Samurai Sosa up here on the off lane. And it looks like they're putting a lot of their eggs in the basket of Booster Justice playing the Ember Spirit, so we'll see how well he can do. Let's check these last hits. Oh, we missed another one mid. That is too bad. Shadow Fiend going down again. That is very unfortunate. I think he's gonna have to try to roam to the jungle, or something else might be on a little on tilt now. He's got quite a few deaths and very little CS, so it looks like he's still going back mid. They might need to change things up. We've got Tusk over here with the smoke at the seat. He's ready to snowball in. Just right up here on the top left corner. Snowball's coming in on the AA. They are diving tower again. The missiles are just too strong. He's made of glass. He's going down. Meanwhile, Darkseer top, avoiding a death. Shadow Fiend needs to be careful. Another missile could spell his doom. Here comes a snowball. It's gonna stun him, and the laser will finish him off. At this point, he needs to just stop going. He's just feeding mid. He needs to go somewhere else. I hate to be negative. I'm sorry, guys, but this is just not going well for him. This is not his day. A little bit of chase from Undying and his zombies onto Suicide Squad playing the Tinker. Can Tinker get away? No, the Decay finishes him off. 755 gold. That is a big pickup for the Undying. Shadow Fiend, just a magic wand and a stick, unfortunately. Nothing else. Darkseer doesn't look like he has enough mana for a surge. He does. Such a low-cost spell. Can probably still surge out if he wants to. Yep, he's just fine. Gyrocopter, meanwhile, down here just farming away. He's got his phase boots, got a Wraith Band. Probably will go Basili, Aquila. Game pausing up. Got to disconnect. let's take a look at some things, huh? So both Tinker and Gyrocopter are doing just fine in the XP and gold departments. Shadow Fiend having a little bit of problem on his gold per minute. XP per minute, not so bad. That's what you get for being in the middle lane, which is nice. Not too bad on the stats so far. Gold earned, we got about a swing in the 3,000 direction towards resilience. And 2,000 as well on them. Well, let's lower our chair a little bit, shall we? Oh, that's nice. Get a little bit more relaxed on here. Don't want to hurt our back. If they want to change up this mid situation, they should really rotate the Ember mid, let the Shadow Fiend go somewhere else. Either abandon the lane or just change something up. This is just not working out, and I don't think it's gonna continue to work out anymore. Honestly, Tinker can just dominate that Shadow Fiend now. He can just blow him up, and if Tusk wanders in his general direction, that's even more blow up. And it looks like they might lose the Ember Spirit, but the Maledict is just... Oh, excuse me. They were just off. They couldn't quite get him. Healing on Brant. Let's see if he'll go in for that bold snowball. No, he will not. He's zoned out by the Undying.
Dire's bottom tower.
But he might run into Outsider here. Nah, just 2 ships passing in the night.
Dire's bottom
This
tower
this
is being
ward
attacked.
probably doing a lot of work for TT right now. They need to see when that Tusk is coming in to protect that Shadow Fiend, so he has the confidence to
Dire's
back
middle
off.
tower is being attacked. Invisibility.
All right, Invisible Tusk is another story altogether.
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
A lot of pings coming out in the top lane. Nothing really happening there, though. Ember Spirit at the bottom with Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter is probably getting too much, and they want to send Ember down to try and contest some of that farm.
Got it.
Top lane, Darkseer's pushing with his Ion Shells. That double to triple Ion Shell can really do some damage, especially when you have mainly melee or short-ranged heroes there. Like they do. Still a ground courier for resilience? That's odd. None of them seem to want to upgrade their courier almost 9 minutes in. Well, we'll see what they decide to do with that. That is none of my business. Suicide Squad on the Tinker getting a little cheeky, dropping his Null Talisman just for the bottle. Just for the bottle charge in lane. I mean, that could be denied quite quickly, but I mean, he's feeling confident, so.
Dire's top tower is being
Cold
attacked.
feet on the Tinker, but it won't do much as no one is there to capitalize on it. That is an Aquila on the Gyrocopter, so he's got a little bit of stats, a little bit of strength. Going in on the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit just drops out, but the call down is going to do a fair amount of damage to Prison Mike, and he's just not interested in sticking around anymore. If he stays around too long, AA might be able to get something out on him, though.
Dire's top tower is under
Rocket Barrage on Prison Mike. Missiles coming out, doing a fair bit of damage to both heroes. Snowball coming out, ice on ice action, and Outsider's gonna fall to that.
Did you know that I shatter ice with my
Radiant's
fists
middle
for
tower is
fun?
taking damage.
Gyro stuck around what seemed to be a little too long, really fighting with the other team members, or the enemy team, but it turned out his team was there to back him up, so that was just fine. Little bit of dive on the tier 1 top. And there's a TP coming in. It's very obvious. They could try to turn this around. Doesn't seem like they want to. Brant's hanging out in the trees. This Tusk has been a big deal in this game. He's some long-range snowballs coming in, giving heroes the chance they need, the stun they need to really finish off some of the heroes. And the ice shards are also on point, keeping them corralled in. Shadow Fiend has a Wraithband and Brown Boots and Bottle, so he's doing a little better for himself. Actually catching up in CS against the Tinker. The Tinker's at 50 and he's at 37. Gyrocopter, meanwhile, bottom pwns the Undying. Brant's taking a little bit of the cold feet. Back to just contesting farm. Shadow Fiend has to go back to refill his bottle, though. He doesn't have much more sustain in lane. He's got to kind of make that trek back and forth because he is behind a bit. Only level 8. Tinker's level 10. Got his boots of travel on. He can kind of do whatever he wants now. Gyrocopter using his flat cannon to really harass the AA. Tusk coming around from the side. He's got his Walrus Punch. He's very interested in using this double damage. He's diving all the way past tier 2s. Punches the AA into oblivion. TP's out. Let's see. Oh, but the Flaming Bolas are on the mark. Ember picks up the kill.
Radiant's middle
Well
tower is-
played by Booster Justice.
Dire's top tower is
Both
under
well played by
siege.
both players.
Radiant's middle tower is taking damage.
That's early Boots of Travel on the Ember Spirit, so he will be all over the map just like Ember Spirit, or Tinker, excuse me.
Dire's top tower is destroyed.
King MC trying to walk away from this fight. He might not be able to, though. The zombies and the call down, or the zombies and the cask will not let him, and he will be falling. Well played by Prison Mike and the Witch
Radiant's
Doctor.
middle tower is being attacked.
Top tower falling. Pings coming out in the dire jungle as they expect the Shadow Fiend to be there farming the stacks, if there are they. If they exist. Ooh. That's an odd stat, if anyone can see that. Arctic Burn Slow. Is that 3,200... Wait. No, that's 32,764%. Wow. Okay.
Once again,
That doesn't look as slow as it does. But alright. A little bit of a team fight. Exchanging blows a little bit. Ion Shell doing work. Winter Wyvern trying to keep everyone alive, but can't, sadly. Everyone eventually falls. The Remnants doing work with that damage. Tinker and Tusk, meanwhile, will clean up the rest of the game if they're... The gang if they're here. And they are. So it's a 2 for 2. Ember... Or no. Witch Doctor coming in. Undying also interested. That looks like a blink pickup on...
Being snared in fire.
Who was that?
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
It's a blink on Tinker, so he's going for that split push. He just wants to be really obnoxious. Tusk takes out Witch Doctor at the top lane.
His bottom tower is being attacked.
A lot of action happening everywhere this game. Team Resilience cruising through the jungle looking for that Shadow Fiend, and they will probably catch him out. Meanwhile, Gyrocopter falls at the bottom lane. The stun is there. No one seems to be interested in getting in the snowball this game, though. It seems to be just solo Tusk. 4TT is responding, though. They are coming up through their own jungle. They want to fight.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
Quite a build from Winter Wyvern. No ice shards. Winter Wyvern is going to fall in this cold feet, though.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
Tinker TPing in, not sure why, just to blink out and maybe harass, maybe throw out some heat-seeking missiles. Lots of pings coming. Witch Doctor DCing a lot, unfortunately.
When last we met our heroes,
March of the Machines coming out. This TP might have been a mistake, but we'll see. He has a bottle. Mana boots. Ah, man. There's a lot of problems.
okay, we're unpaused. Go, go, go! Kill, 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 kill!
Tinker and Darkseer are very interested in going in on this AA.
Dire's middle
Double
tower
missile.
taking damage.
One more auto attack or a laser is just fine. Tier 1 falling to Gyro and Tusk.
Dire's middle
Or the
tower has
creeps.
fallen.
Either or. Same thing. Shadow Fiend kind of running around. Doesn't know what to do. He's got his Aquila, but he's a little lost, it seems. He needs that Shadow Blade to really initiate on the other team, but he can't. Just can't farm it up right now.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
1 in 8. Very unfortunate for him. I don't want to badmouth this Shadow Fiend all day, though. I heard the AA blast. That means it's online. That could turn the tides for a lot of team fights in the favor of 4TT. Missiles coming out casually. C2. They don't see the Shadow Fiend, but now they do. Tinker very interested in just spamming those missiles, doing a lot of damage in the early game. Doing up to a third of Hero's health. Missile cruising on down over to Ember Spirit, cancels the TP boots.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Mostly an inconvenience, but still cheeky. It's very interesting. Tinker has his items scream split push build, but he hasn't. Oh, and there's the Dagon. But he hasn't really been going for the split push. He's just kind of been jumping around the map and going for kills. And Gyro falls to Shadow Fiend? Wow, that's odd. Oh no, Gyro didn't fall. Oh, other way around. Excuse me. Shadow Fiend falls to Gyro. I'm reading sentences backwards. I must be in Bizarro land. Oh, a little bit of grouping up, some healing going on. Maybe they're going to smoke or cruise into Roche. We'll see.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked. Dire's middle tower is being attacked. Dire's middle tower taking damage. Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
TP coming in bottom. Tinker's probably interested in trying to pick up a kill on this Ember. March of the Machines coming out. Then a rearm. Another march.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
A little bit of fighting going on mid. We have a snowball. It's going in on the Shadow Fiend. Is this too deep? Walrus Punch is going to bring him down to half health, but the mech is going to make up that damage. And the Requiem of Souls and the wall in the vacuum. AA throws in an ult, sees if he can clean anyone else up, and he does. The Witch Doctor ult doing work with the combination of the AA ultimate. The Ice Blast just murdering. Winter Wyvern, Samurai Sosa is able to walk away, and Suicide Squad didn't even participate in that fight. He is building a Dagon, though. He has it level 1. Is he interested in these team fights now? He blinks in and just blows up the Ancient Apparition. Will they be able to deal with this Tinker? Just seems like he's all over the place. Witch Doctor and Undying are completely zoned out. Undying just taking way too much magical damage, but he has that mechanism. That was the big part of the last fight. Shadow Fiend going down to a laser and a missile top lane. But the Undying, he has this mech, which was the big turnaround in the last fight. Here comes the AA ult. Nailed it. It's only level 1 though. It's not going to do that much. Gyrocopter taking the mid tower. Team Resilience still has all of their towers. Big gold lead in that favor. I mean, 4TT really needs those towers to get that gold. Is this the time to go uphill, though? It looks to me like this is not the time to go uphill. And there's a much juicier target up here that's a lot easier to get.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
AA throwing in an ult, trying to zone them out and assist a kill by the Ember. It succeeds. The wall is down, but doesn't really accomplish much. Team Resilience is backing off. They want their... They're missing someone. They're missing their Winter Wyvern. They really need her. Here comes the snowball onto the Shadow Fiend, but might be too deep. 4TT getting the better of these engagements. The Tusk not quite as powerful as he was at the beginning of the game. He really needs a Desolator or something to pick himself back up and maybe add more value to those snowballs that he's just going in. I don't see anyone else going in them. I don't understand. It seems like he's just always the initiator, but without the rest of his team, which is, I mean, you can do that with Tusk, but then you don't have your team to back you up. And if you go too far going on the Shadow Fiend, and the Shadow Fiend is in the back lines because he sees your snowball coming, then everyone can just kind of group in on you and just myrtleize you. Shadow Fiend's still kind of sitting at the same items he was about 5 to 10 minutes ago. He's got a nice little chunk of gold, though. He might be buying something nice soon. Here come the TPs. Ember Spirit jumping around. Undying, committing the tombstone. Looks like Tinker's gonna fall. And Gyro is just getting out of there. It's not worth a tower, but maybe in their eyes it is. What's the gold? The gold swing on that was 776, split evenly. So, yeah. Sorry, gotta doodle every once in a while, guys. Keep the brain sane.
Dire's bottom tower under fire.
A lot of pushing power from resilience with the Darkseer and the Tinker and the Gyro able to split shot push,
Dire's
but
bottom tower is being
not.
attacked.
Doesn't seem like it's their highest priority right now. I think Undying is going to be the one to watch in these fights. His Tombstone, Mech, and Blade Mail. He'll probably get a Glimmer Cape, or maybe he'll build a pipe with this cloak. I forget, you can build that in a pipe, can't you? Yeah, Hood builds into pipe. I think he's going to be going heavy support, and that is going to be... He's going to be the one to watch. I think that's what's going to be important in some of these fights. Gyro still has no health steal. He looks like he's going for BKB and SNY, but Helm of Dom to Satanic is always very nice for Gyro. I mean, it all depends on what you want to do. I heard a Dagon. Got me excited. And now Tinker's building a Shadow Angle? That's very odd. I'm curious to see what he does with this. That's a good spot, ladies and boys and girls. Remember this bush. Get your March of Machines on. Hits both camps. Not a Tinker player myself, but... Tinker just farming away. Is he going for a Shadow Blade? I mean, is he just gonna... Shadow Blade in, nuke, nuke, nuke? Like, is that his plan? Witch Doctor is able to destroy Darkseer. Tinker TP's in, but he can't really do anything. The Battle Furies on the Ember Spirit are just too much. Team Resilience with a commanding lead seems like it slowly might turn around. The gold is still in a huge favor, but the XP is starting to drop. Missile on the Shadow Fiend. TP's coming in for support. Ember Spirit is here. A lot of nothing happens. It's okay, though. Rocket Barrage just isn't gonna cut it. The damage from Ember Spirit is too high. Chrysalis doing work. Major work on him. Battle Fury as well. Battle Fury is such a strong item.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
Alright, we're gonna see that Shadow Blade come do work. It looks... Maybe his Spidey sense was tingling. Maybe he just knew. Who knows? Shadow Amulet on Witch Doctor as well. Everyone wants to be able to have that escape or that initiation. Tinker looks like he's going in. Could blow up the Shadow Fiend if he wants. He's thinking about it, but
Dire's
they see
bottom
him
tower
here.
is being attacked.
Oh, wow, what a cheeky play. Still gets off the missiles. Gets that I told you so flare points.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
Man, now that I think of it, that would be a fun thing to do, right? Just have an arbitrary counter at the bottom right corner of the screen, like right here or something.
Under siege.
Right there. And just give people style points for their plays in Dota. That'd be neat. Just for the hell of it. Shadow Fiend using his Shadow Amulet? No, he doesn't have a Shadow. Oh, Witch Doctor using the Shadow Amulet on Shadow Fiend. Trying to bait a little bit, it looks like. They might not be able to see him, but, you know, he might be able to get a Requiem of Souls out in, like, this general direction. That would be cool. That would definitely be style points. But I don't know if it would be style points for Witch Doctor or style points for Shadow Fiend. Well, the argument is mute as he broke the Shadow Amulet, so. Tusk has drums and a Shadow... Man, game of the Shadow Blades. Tusk is very interested in going in on someone, but can't quite seem to find the spot. AA ult coming down the way. It looks like he's split pushing with it just a little bit. Team Resilience flirting with Roshan. Don't quite want to bring him home to meet Mom, though. Haste on Gyrocopter. One hell of a speedy Gyrocopter. Ember Spirit might be overstaying his welcome. We'll see. There could be a team fight here. The Tombstone has come out. They could focus it, but they decide to ignore it. They're taking kills instead. Blade Mail popped by Undying as well as Mechanism. On the side, Tusk is taking out the AA. The Marchman of the Sheens is doing work to these zombies, though. Ember Spirit re-engages the team. He goes for the Sleight of Fist. Big kill on Tusk. Winter Wyvern is dying, uses their last possible abilities on Gyrocopter, but can't quite seem to keep him alive. Now they're disengaging. Resilience needs to get out of there. Tinker wants to come around the back end and see if he can get any side kills.
Under fire.
Witch Doctor falling to the nukes of Shadow Fiend and Ember's right click. Ember has to have a Daedalus by now. Yeah, he does. That is some damage.
Tower is being attacked.
Tinker smells blood. Wants to take out this Shadow Fiend. Does he have the burst, though? Oh, Romeo and Juliet. They are both dead. Well played, both players. Well played.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
This game might be slowly slipping out of Resilience's hands. Ember's starting to get a little nasty. He could casually buy another Daedalus or Battle Fury or whatever he feels like he needs to amp up the damage of his Sleight of Fist. Tusk going in on Witch Doctor, punches. Can't really follow it up, though. Witch Doctor used his wand charges. So now Undying wants to charge. Ember was able to TP top with his boots. Tusk falling off really fast in this game. Most unfortunate for him. He's doing so well in the early game, making a lot of space for his players to capitalize on. That must be a cloak on somebody. Yep, on Undying. Gyrocopter wants to get this A, but he can't really chase. The call down could do some work, but just not quite enough. Wow, that damage. AA. Whew. Not a lot of lockdown on Resilience. I mean, they have that snowball, but like I was saying earlier during the draft, top lane. Tinker's really interested in this. No, not as interested as we thought. So like I was saying earlier, Team Resilience lacking the lockdown. Gyro seems to be just chasing heroes and just can't catch up to them to get that rocket barrage and right click off. It's really what he needs. Hope we don't block this camp, boys. Nope. Serious sentry coverage here, boys. Gotta keep the doodles up. Keep my noggin sane. Witch Doctor coming in with the Glimmer Cape. Stuns out the Darkseer. Maledict is off the mark. Darkseer defensively vacuums to cut down the trees so he can TP out and break line of sight. That is style points, boys and girls. If we had that style points calculator like I want, that would be much Doge, much points. Tusk throwing out a punch and a defensive snowball, casually just messing with Shadow Fiend.
That was toasty.
Doesn't really work out in the end, though. Everyone is there to respond and just beat him down into the ground. Shadow Fiend is fast with that SNY, and also the Yules. His move speed is Requiem coming out. Undying double healing him, and the Tombstone. The sustainability from the Undying is just keeping everyone alive. Buyback from Winter Wyvern. It's a hell of a Dota match, boys and girls. Anybody's game at this point, and for TT they have six towers to take, so that's a lot of gold that'll be going their way very shortly if they can take those towers. Tinker is probably going to transition to more split pushing because he needs to keep them off those towers. We'll see where his priorities lie. Wow, Tusk falls. Invisible. Ember Spirit throws out his Ember Spirits, or Fire Remnant, excuse me. Fire Remnants, and just nukes him down. It's a poor man's burst. I don't know if that decay works on creeps. Not sure on that one. Pretty sure it doesn't.
Being attacked.
Still does damage, though? Not sure. A little bit of a pause. Let's take this time to stretch our backs and our legs, boys and girls. Ugh. Oh. Sitting down all day and playing video games. Not so good on your back and your buns. Also give us a little time to check some things. Check our settings, see how the stream is going, you know, these kinds of things. Who knows? I'm 34 minutes into the game. Maybe we'll check the stream and you guys won't be able to hear me at all. Wouldn't that be fun? Tusk throwing out a punch and a defensive snowball, casually just messing with Shadow Fiend.
That was toasty.
Doesn't really... Okay, looks like the stream is good. Hopefully I'm not pumping too much through you guys' ears. Oh, we don't want current gold. We don't want that. 1 gold per minute. So Ember Spirit and Tinker at the top of the charts with the gold per minute. Shadow Fiend looks like he's come back around. He's really got a Cinderella story coming in this game. really beat up on the mid lane, and then comes back to actually be a big player in this setting. That SNY and that Yule is really doing a lot of work for him, giving him just a little bit of tankiness and a lot of movement speed. I think that's a big win in the Shadow Fiend corner in How Cat If Dog. Looks like Tusk is back, but they need a little bit more time. Okay, good to go. Oh, apparently they need to wait. Looks like we're still waiting for someone to come back. I treated myself to a little bathroom and liquid break, so hope no one's too upset with that. Maybe I should fix this as well. Okay, so let's see what we can talk about in this game while we're doing the pause. So it looks like we're going to have another Battle Fury from Ember Spirit, which means his Sleight of Fist is going to be doing a lot of work. Why are we unpausing?
Thanks, man. Killing each other.
Okay, looks like they've used up all their pause time, and they just have to keep going with it, just like earlier when 4TT had to. Gyrocopter has a BKB and a Sanj and Yasha. Can he keep up with this Ember Spirit? The Ember Spirit is going to be proccing that Daedalus and Battle Fury on many, many creeps and heroes alike. So the question, I think, like I was mentioning earlier, is who can sustain in the fight longer? And I think with Undying healing so many of his teammates, and Winter Wyvern just has a Blink Dagger, but that's it. She hasn't really nailed any crazy Winter's curses. They really need to dominate these team fights. Did I get a ping? Okay, it looks like I have a ping and I might have a co-caster, which could be really cool. Right in the middle of the game. So let's hook him up. Oh no. Let's see if we can hook him up with we can get a friend in here, huh? We want a friend in here?
Where were we? Radiant was pushing... Or was it? Okay, never mind. Everyone just go bottom.
There was an update earlier that I had to download after I disconnected, so that could be a problem that people are having.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
Maybe we can shoot him an invite to the game real quick. Got a smoke coming down to the mid lane from 4TT right around the Roche pit. Let's see who they're going to catch out. It looks like they're going to catch out the Darkseer if they can lock him down. The Yules is there. The Requiem explodes. He's down a bit, but Winter Wyvern is there to save him. Winter Wyvern and Darkseer both fall. The wall is doing a little bit of work. Ember coming back up into the high ground. The Tombstone mauling the other characters. Tinker shadowblading away. Rearming, blinking. It's a 2-for-2 trade, or 3-for-2 trade, excuse me. Ember just rolling in the gold.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
Tinker still invisible. Ember retreating a little bit. AA is here to help if needed. Pause coming out from Tusk. He seems to be having a lot of trouble.
Once again,
Digital Sports.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked. Radiant's top tower is under siege.
Dagon doing very little work against that Blade Mail. You know, I'm not sure if this is a best of one or not. We're going to have to find out after this. Let's check this. Let's see if we can spot the lobby name for our co-caster. Maybe he can actually don't see it. Let's do this. Let's invite him to the party and see what happens there. Maybe that'll help out. Neither team really utilizing the Roche resource all that much.
Tower is under siege.
Interesting. AA ult coming out. Little off the mark to push the creeps, but does the work it needs.
Tower is being attacked. Radiant have fortified their towers.
Speedy rune of haste.
Smoke coming out. We'll see where they come to. Not a lot of vision for Team Resilience, so this is going to be a free smoke. Tinker could blink out at any moment, so they need to lock him down. They need to do something to damage him so he cannot blink. But...
Once again,
Digital Sports.
It looks like Shadow Fiend is going for a Scotty. Not a bad item to pick up at this point in the game.
oh, they're back. Okay, to kill each other.
Seems like Tusk is trying to reconnect and reconnecting and disconnecting repeatedly and just causing the game to pause, unfortunately. Kind of a problem in my opinion, but he's trying to join back up. Ember Spirit coming back in. The Winter's Curse is there to stop him in his tracks. Witch Doctor ult is doing work, but he gets pulled in. The wall is also throwing out all these illusions that are just right-clicking nobody's business. Only the Witch Doctor falls. Ember Spirit is able to come out on the side. AA comes in with a blast. Winter Wyvern is back in. He wants to take down the Winter Wyvern.
Winter's curse burns.
BKB activated. And another pause from the Tusk, jumping in and jumping out.
When last we left our heroes, Radiant's bottom tower under fire. Radiant's bottom tower.
That team fight goes to 4 Techies and a tryhard in the bottom lane.
Radiant's structures are falling. Radiant's bottom tower under fire. Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked. Radiant's bottom tower is demolished.
This might be a Roche opportunity.
Back to the indecipherable gibberish.
Please burns eternal.
8 to 11 minutes.
All right. This game might be slowly slipping out of Resilience's fingers. This Ember Spirit is just getting really huge. He's pretty much 6-slotted without the Aegis almost, though. Another pause. My cat would like to join us for this game. She's gonna sit in my lap. She's gonna be my co-caster.
Everyone just go bottom.
What was that lobby name we were in? Is there a way we can look that up? No, doesn't look like it. Sorry, unfortunate. I don't think we're going to be able to get our co-caster in here. Tinker coming in to defensively support this tower.
Tower is under siege. Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
4TT very interested in taking this tower. Tusk going in alone again. Walrus punches out, but getting just completely right-clicked down by the Ember Spirit. Winter's Hearse coming out on the Shadow Fiend and a big vacuum wall. Witch Doctor channeling his ult for as long as he can. It's doing a lot of work. Big fight in the favor of 4TT. The wombo combo from Resilience just isn't enough, and there's the GG called.
Dire's bottom tower under.
It's unfortunate.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked. Today, Dire were more vigilant.
This game seemed like it was within Resilience's grasp to just push it over the top. They were doing great, but then 4TT just slowly clawed their way back with heavy team fights. Well, I'm 71 with NewMetaMedia. Please follow us on Twitch and check us out on Facebook and YouTube if you can. This has been the AD2L game between Team Resilience, 4 Techies, and a tryhard. Hope you guys had some good Dota. Hope you enjoyed my casting. I know my camera work could use some polish, but I'm working on it, guys. Hopefully I'm just getting better and better every game. So you guys have a good night.